Hello everyone, right here I have a 2023 Proton Persona 1.6 Standard. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The second generation Persona uses an electric rack and pinion power steering system. The standard and the executive trims get a urethane steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2. From the 2022 model year onwards, the Persona is only available with a continuously variable transmission. Known in short as a CVT, this transmission features an infinite amount of gear ratios to provide better fuel efficiency and a smoother drive when compared to regular automatic transmission. This transmission features a sport mode as well. Rear parking sensors are standard across the range. Safety features in the 2022 model year onwards Persona include 4 airbags, an anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability control, a traction control system, hill hold assist, an alarm system, and an immobilizer. ISOFIX child seat anchor points are found on the outer two rear seats. From 2019 onwards, the standard trim gets 15-inch 8 double-spoke silver alloy rims. This Persona uses 185/55R15 Atlas AS380 tyres. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and drums out back. The suspension is made up of McPherson struts up front and a rear torsion beam setup. The Persona nameplate was first used by Proton in the 90s as a renamed Wira for the Australian, the Chilean, and the UK markets. In Malaysia, however, Proton used the Persona nameplate beginning in 2007 as a replacement for the Wira. Like the Wira, the first generation Persona is also a C-segment vehicle. The first generation Persona was in production between 2007 and 2016. There are in theory two replacements for the first generation Persona. The Prevé, which debuted in 2014, is a replacement for the first generation Persona segment-wise, while in reality, the second generation Persona replaced its predecessor in August 2016. The second generation Persona is smaller and it now competes in the B segment category. It rides on a stretched Proton Iris platform whilst retaining a similar interior design to the Iris and having its own exterior design. Unlike the Iris, which had 1.3 and 1.6 litre petrol engines, only the 1.6 is offered in the Persona. There have been two faces for the second generation Persona so far, one in April 2019 and another in August 2021. There are currently 3 Persona variants on sale: 1.6 Standard CVT, 1.6 Executive CVT, and 1.6 Premium CVT. Powering this Persona is Proton's S4PH 1.6 litre dual ovate cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 petrol engine. This engine features multi-point fuel injection and variable valve timing. It produces 108 horsepower at 5,750 rpm and 150 Nm of torque at 4,000 rpm. 0 to 100 km per hour takes 10.9 seconds, and the top speed is 170 km per hour. With a 40 litre fuel tank, combined fuel consumption for the Persona 1.6 CVT is 6.1 litres per 100 km. The Persona is a front-wheel drive vehicle. Exterior features for the 2022 model year onwards Persona Standard include halogen reflector headlights, LED indicators for the sides, body-coloured rear spoiler, door handles, and side mirrors, and a single exhaust pipe. Speaker, bottle holder, storage, mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side is the only side that gets an automatic down function. Window lock, storage, pull this lever to pop open the fuel door, and the driver's seat in this Persona Standard does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls the seat back, this lever controls the seat height, while this bar down here controls the seat position. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how it revs. Very simple digital manual air conditioning controls, temperature, recirculation, front defrost, different modes, rear defrost, air conditioning, and fan speed. Storage, 3 USB ports. The 2 left ones are for charging, while the right one is to connect to the system. Traction control, eco mode. The 2022 model year Honors Persona Standard gets a standard audio head unit with various media connectivity options and 2 speakers. The stock sound system that the Persona Standard uses is actually not that great. It is still a fairly simple head unit to use. On either side of the display are your 6 preset stations for the FM AM menus. Buttons number 1, 2 and 3 also double up as your folder up, down and scan buttons respectively, while buttons number 5 and 6 double up as your repeat and random buttons respectively. Right here, volume buttons, your Bluetooth button or telephone button, mute, seek track, power button, different media source selection. You have your band and menu button right there. And right here, you have your play pause or auto store together with your Bluetooth telephone controls. And this one also doubles up as your sound system settings. Electronic central locking, front quarter windows, wiper controls. If you locate the button at the end of the wiper stalk, you can go between your mileage, trip A, trip B, and back to the mileage. To go through the multi-information display, use this button right here. Currently range, elapsed time, average speed, your service indicator, average fuel consumption, And back to the range. Light and indicator controls. And the steering wheel in this car is tilt only. You adjust it using this lever right here. Cup holders, front center armrest with storage down below. Right in there as well is a power outlet, manual dimming rear view mirror, LED reading lights. They also double up as your interior lights, and this button turns on or off the lights when you open the doors. And the driver's side does get a sun visor. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. Window control, bottle holder, I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually quite nice and spacious back here. The seats are soft and comfortable as well. On the front seat backs are cutouts that help with additional legroom. You have a couple of USB-A ports down there for charging. No rear center armrest for this one, but right above, for both sides of the back, are grip handles. To pop open the boot lid, use the touchpad just above the rear number plate. Boot space in the Persona is 510 liters. There is a light on the top of the boot, and under the boot floor is the vehicle's spare tyre, toolkit, warning triangle, and jack. The rear doors in the Persona do open quite wide and an almost 90-degree angle, which does aid entry into and exit from the rear seats. Adjustable headrests for the front only. The rear headrests are built into the seat. Window control, speaker, bottle holder, storage. And the front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side, just that this side loses out on the height adjustment. nicely sized glove box, grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2023 Proton Persona 1.6 Standard. Thanks for watching and goodbye.